Swipe right, swipe left, getting ghosted. How fun. Being single right now is not easy. Now, if you're lucky enough to make it to a first date, the pressure is on to show up with just the right amount of enthusiasm because you don't want your date to be nonchalant. So here's my chat with Dr. Viviana about chalance. All right, Dr. Viv, I sort of have heard this word before. What is chalance?
You know what? I love when people come up with these new words for some really old dating trends. Um, it, yeah, it's nonchalance, but take out the non.
That's what
And
I
you
thought.
have the chalance. Okay, that's how the kids talk about it. And look, it's a way of dating where you inside of you personally are keeping things cool, calm, collected, unbothered, and a little bit like you're too cool for school. Like, we're just gonna take this very chill, very casual.
It's something I've worked on all my life and really struggle with.
You're like, I have no chill.
I have no chalance. Like, I do not have
No
chalance.
chill.
Okay, so getting ready for a first date is like so much pressure. So, in your opinion, Doc, should you show up like, hey, like enthusiastic, or should you be like, what's up?
Well, it's hard to read the room because you're literally making a first impression.
Totally.
So what I would say is, if you would normally like come into any situation and just kind of be gregarious and out there and hey, maybe take 3 breaths,
Okay.
slow your heart rate, and then do it. Because you can come on a little too strong,
Yeah.
just like you can come on a little too chill. So if you can just, maybe it's like, take it down just a little bit. I think that would be helpful.
And if you're too cool for school, like too icy, you want to probably bring it up a little bit.
Yes, I think the key word when you're talking about chalance is to be warm, not too chill, not too cold, and not too detached. That's what I hear a lot of my single clients saying, is that it's like, I don't want to be so attached to an outcome. But when you're not attached to any outcome, then it kind of feels like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, exactly. Like this feels empty. Like, hey, you want to get a drink? I don't know.
Whatever you want.
Yes, right. Okay, so you just spoke about being warm. I want to know the difference between being warm and then reckless, because I've seen girlfriends go there too.
Okay, it's never a good idea to just lay everything out on the table. What I imagine, and the metaphor that I use with my clients when it's, are you giving too much, is when you put your big sack, your big bag on the table and your purse and you empty the entire thing. That's what being reckless is like, when you're just like, hey, here's my bag. It's like, okay, then you're kind of like the weird old lady, right?
Yeah.
Don't be that. But also, like, if you were to open your bag and just like peek in and stick and like put it away, it's like, well, what are you hiding? So I'm just saying, have a tote bag, maybe have a zipper on it, but be okay with like being open and like, if somebody wants to take, oh yeah, look at how amazing this bag is. Look at how I have everything organized, or look at how I carry my life because I want to be ready for anything. It's okay for you to give a little bit too much.
Yeah.
When it comes to showing your personality, not when it comes to sharing your entire life.
Yeah.
And your life story.
It's your personality.
Your personality.
With the bag.
Yes, with the URS, yes.
Okay, so you spoke about the detached mentality and all of that. I want you to just give us some tips and advice. There's a lot of single viewers out there, just kind of like anything that can make them feel a little bit more confident walking in.
Yes. So detached from an outcome is a plus, but detached from feelings, that's a minus. If you're going into a dating situation, especially a first date, you at least should be attached to getting to know them better and allowing them to get to know you better. That's like, I would say, the baseline goal for that first meeting. And then if you're able to stay neutral, I'd rather that than be pessimistic or skeptical, because that definitely will come out in your tone, and it's not attractive and it's not endearing in that way.
Right, you're not inviting. And I think people can smell it when you're like, I don't care. People can feel that out, that energy.
Right. Well, and they're probably, if they don't take it personally, they're going to think, wow, that was a waste of my time. You have so many other things going on,
Totally.
and they're probably not that great if you have like this blah and you're not excited to talk about them. So
Totally.
you just may not know that chalance is giving off the mixed signal and wrong impressions, especially if you take it to date 3, date 4, date 5, date 6.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So everybody be a little bit between nonchalance and chalance, and you're
Yes.
good to get a second date.
Lukewarm.
Lukewarm. Continue the conversation with Dr. Viviana. Find her online at drviviana.com/vivid relationships, or follow her on Instagram. Just look up her handle at Dr. Viviana or download her app.